A large rock step for Peter Needham to negotiate. Peter's also from Richmond. He does very well. He's on a 125 Fantic. Barry Watson gets his back brown. There's Mark Simpson from Wensley. That's a good ride. And close by at section 7. This section's been used quite a few times and usually catches them out. Chris Jones, he's on a 240 Fantic and he's from Bradford. Another 5 to add to his score. Here's Darren Mitchell. These are all A-class riders. Had a more difficult get out than what the B-class riders had. Looks like Andrew Dixon from Middlesbrough. This is a B-class rider. It's Stephen Reynolds. Takes the easy way out. There's just Timothy Brown. Well, a little bit further along the course we catch up with another Jones boy. This is Tony, heading down Braithwaite, the next valley at section 8. Definitely not the haste that there has been in previous years. Normally no time to look around, but this time they're definitely taking them time. Here's a rider, I think it's Colin Chapman. Dave Allison was observing here, and I think he'd be getting 3 for that. Well, a little further on, we're in time to catch John Fletcher. John's from Leeds. And Stephen Reynolds, who should be doing well here. His brother's observing, but I think he got a foot down once or twice then. Stephen Lambert, that's an A-class rider. He's from Coverdale. Well, again, further up the valley, this is the furthest point they go at section 10, where a little bit of riding underneath a bridge. That's where they need the crash hats. And David Suttle, also from Coverdale. Well, Mark Willis. This will be probably one of his last rides as a junior. He'll be moving into the adult class soon. Hoping to do well. Seemed to get away there all right. There's Dave, who was clerk of the course. Put in a lot of work marking it out. Well, Simon McGregor, who will also be 17 shortly, finds that very easy. The climb from here will take riders out of the valley, over the moors and down to section 11 where they're facing a bog. It's not a trial without a bit of mud to get the bikes dirty. Here's David Morgan. Mark Lambert. in front of Mark again. Manages, I think, a 3, while brother Stephen, who's following him, now we're not too sure of what we'd give you for that. It's Kevin Bleasdale. Kevin's from the west coast at Grangeover Sands. His first ride in the Mintex. All the spectators enjoying themselves, enjoying the sunshine, while further on the course we're at Cold Knuckles. This is one of the sections that's usually used in the Scott. Got Peter Simpson observing here, and again we've caught up with Kevin Bleasdale. It was a very polished ride through that one. And someone from the same house as Kevin, it's Andrew Bell. Again doing very well. Still at Cold Knuckles, section 13. Simon McGregor again. Same section, a different angle, and it's Darren Mitchell. Mrs. Cragg's doing the observing. The son's riding. He won the B class last year. Section 14. Rider is Adrian Harrison here. Yes, Adrian Harrison. Philip Darwin. Philip's hoping to do well on this section. He's got his father sunbathing somewhere, keeping an eye on him. Timothy Brown still circulating. Steady away. Wins the day. Section 15. And Valerie Mackenzie keeping a check on the scores. And a little bit up the valley, we catch Mark Lambert once more. Oh, caught an observer asleep on the job. That wouldn't have happened last year. Here we have Philip O'Kane. Let's walk her up. Mark Willis. And Kevin Bleasdale. Kevin went on to win the event. He took the Mintex trophy. He only lost 9 marks, which was a very good ride. Last section. Number 18. And here's Andrew Bell. Andrew finished 5th in the B class on 62 marks. And Mark Willis. Mark, he finished 3rd in the A class, losing 18 marks. And as we arrive back at the finish, again on a beautiful day, a little bit of an inquest from Daphne, some scores to add up in the secretary's van. A little bit of leg showing. Well, Dave says thank God that's over again. Just a few more flags to pick up. Don't really be shy about Daphne. You're going to keep the scorer okay. Anybody who's broken anything, well, this is where to go to get some bits and pieces. All you need, telephone number as well. Saturday, 29th of October 1983. A 9 o'clock start, as clocks were altered a week earlier this year. Tyne-Tees Television are covering this event, and they have persuaded Martin Lampkin to do the commentating for them. Today's entry is one of the smallest since 1948. Maybe having to get up early has put a few off. It's nearly 9 o'clock and a large crowd has gathered to see the first man away. John Reynolds awaits the starter's flag. This year James Corpse, chairman of the Richmond Shire Council, performed this duty. Stephen Moorhouse from Darlington. Steve Saunders riding his first Scot.
And do you reckon the fella standing next to you, Malcolm Raffles, going to win this year?
I'd love him to go out in a blaze of glory, but I'd be disappointed if my nephew didn't.
It'll only be a couple of shakes.
Okay.
Well, you have Gerald Richardson. It's his fourth attempt at the Scot. He's had 3 finishes up to now. He's a member of the Richmond club team. On a fresh machine today. How's things going to go today, Gerald?
I hope they're going to go well. As long as I have no breakdowns, it'll be alright.
That's the main thing, isn't it? Keeping the bike going. And across here we've got Philip Alderson. He's deserted us for Darlington, I believe, this year.
Yeah, well, I just thought I'd ride for the Darlington club this year.
John over there says that the entry's cheaper.
Richmond will pay entry fees, huh?
We'll have to think about that, I think, for another time. Anyway, thanks very much. You're nearly ready to go, so both of you have a good ride.
Right, thank you.
Is that it? Well, we've got the television here today, but we couldn't afford it. We've just got Joe. So a little word with John before he sets off. Riding number 104, not a bad number today, John.
It's a bit late. I'll be back marking a bit. I hope I catch some of the early numbers later on. If I do, I'll probably be going all right. It's the first time I've ridden for 3 years. I've had my arm twisted by the Richardson crew. I'm wondering whether it's a wise decision now. We'll see later.
Well, you've got a nice little machine to go around on. As I said, we hope it does keep going okay for you, and you have a good ride.
Thanks very much, Brian. See you later.
Norman Waters, the secretary of the trial. How's things going this year, Norman?
Quite canny, Brian and Joe. The beautiful day. We've got 128 entries, 128 starters, although I think number 14 may not, because he's blown his engine last night. And Norman Shepherd's supposed to have a rough throat. We don't know whether he'll turn in yet.
Anyway, quite a good entry, so we'll hope things all go, and you've got a nice day again for it.
Just like yourself, young and beautiful.
Thanks, Joe. Well, you have Mick Grant, no stranger to trials riding, though he's usually on a Suzuki flying around Brands Hatch with the TT. How are you looking forward to today, Mick?
Well, I've been looking forward to it quite a while. I've only done it once before, and that was about '76. And normally, of course, Brands Hatch is on the same weekend. But either luckily or unluckily, I'm not quite sure which, they moved Brands Hatch forward a week. So it leaves it free for me to do it this weekend.
So if you hope you can get finished in time, probably watch it on the television to see how we did come on last week.
No, we did Brands Hatch last week.
I know, but it's on the television this afternoon.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, I don't think I'll be seeing that.
Where's your friend Rob? Has he turned up or?
No, well, both Rob and I had a 5 apiece at Brands last weekend, and
Yeah.
although I didn't hurt myself, Rob did his ankle, so, you know, what a lousy way to get out of the Scot.
It is, isn't it?
Bloody
Yeah.
despicable, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? And you hope to get round. How did you actually finish off last time you rode?
I got round, but I was 20 minutes out of time.
Yeah.
But I mean, really, I've got Hong Kong coming up in Australia before Christmas, so I can't afford to go daft. That's my excuse. So just a nice steady ride around, really.
Anyway, thanks very much, and all the best. Hope you don't get round in time this time.
Thank you. Cheers.
Okay, thanks, mate. Okay. Now, here we have Malcolm Rathnell. They all say never again, but it's definitely your last time, this one, Malcolm.
Well, it's definitely the last one till next year anyway. I said I wouldn't do it again after this year, but I think the old Scot, it's a bit like the flu bug. It keeps coming back again.
Well, your main opposition's called it a day anyway, so we're hoping that you have a hell of a good ride, and if you do go out, it will be in a blaze of glory.
Well, I've been trying to sort of win it to make it 7, equal Sammy Miller's record the last 2 years, and Mark's picked me both times, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed. There's always some bugger, that's it.
Probably John this year.
He's as likely as anybody, I think.
Anyway,
4 others, though, that's a problem.
yes, we'll see how it goes anyway. All the best.
Thanks very much, cheers.
At least when these lads get away, they should have a track to follow. First of the 3 compulsory petrol checks where riders must stop, this year once again manned by the Richmond Motor Club members. While the bikes are refueled, riders use the time to have a quick machine check.
Should have. You want this can?
One of these days a Scot will end here in a big bang if Dick forgets where he is and lights his cigarette.
Doing all right, what? All right, eh? All right.
Spare. Oh, sorry. Spare, yeah. Yeah, cheers.
Go on, then, over
Grab it.
Stood there like a pillar. Got you clever cunt. Hey.
This is a second petrol check. Tanks will be nearly empty as the riders have spent 1.5 hours on the grouse mowers since we last saw them. The first man to arrive is Nigel Burkett, who seems to be making good time.
Where? Grouse mowing. Yeah?
Must be down to the bottom.
You look as fresh as a daisy bird.
12 and 13. 12 and 13.
Oh, I went back and did them. I know I didn't miss a lot.
Richie Sunder's well up with the leaders. While Steve Saunders is dropping behind a little bit. Another rider wasting no time is Gerald.
Doing alright?
You
alright?
I've got any eyes for chain.
There's a packet going here.
You take it up.
Throttle alright, Phil?
Yeah, just staying on.
Sound job.
They're coming in thick and fast now. Tony Calvert is third member of the Richmond Motor Club team.
You've got to get going.
Alright.
Colin Laws can't keep him off the bottle. And the same to you. It's Trevor Willens from Darlington. He's being topped up by his father.
Oh, so you're doing alright. Where is it?
But it's all right.
Keep taking the tablets, Malcolm.
That's a lot.
At Underbanks we catch Trevor Willens. Colin Lowe's. Stephen Richardson. First man away is first man back, and it's John Reynolds.
No, to lift him out of the way.
Oh dear.
And I got lost.